So guys, ahead of the final judgment for Nnamdi Kanu, one of his close lawyers has come out to give updates on what Nigerians should be expecting. And he has also talked about what should be Nnamdi Kanu's fate should he lose the case. This is coming at a time when we've seen terrorists terrorizing Nigeria. And the government is not saying anything. Nobody's being prosecuted. Nobody is being, treated incommensurate to the crime they are committing against Nigeria. That's what we are seeing today in this country. And now Nnamdi Kanu will be getting his final judgment. Nigerians hope to see justice and real justice. Now, I'm going to allow you to take a look at what his lawyer has got to say about what Nigerians should expect. Also, his lawyer has equally lamented his experiences, what he has got to go through because he's asking for Biafra. Honestly, it's heartbreaking to see all this happening. Take your time, watch this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Now, take a look.
Let's start from Nnamdi Kanu. When last did you see him and how is his spirit?
I was with him yesterday. After the program now, I'm still going to see him. He's waiting for me now. And
then, of course, is his spirit broken in any form ahead of the judgment coming on the 20th?
Oh, I don't know the kind of species that that man is. Honestly, Nnamdi Kanu is the only thing there is that, there is nobody that will pass what he has passed through physically, mentally, for how many years now, and still stand firm. His own is the worst. Name all the great freedom fighters, apart from those that were assassinated, none passed through what Nnamdi Kanu passed through. In Kenya, he was chained legs and hands for 7 days with big generator and near his window, big lights, no water, no anything, for 7 good days. You can't pass such a thing. When he was brought back here, there at the DSSS, he was in solitary confinement. People don't understand what solitary confinement is all about. Where only you, in a particular small room, only you will be there from morning to night. So anytime I'm discussing with him, I'll be looking at him. He don't even know what I'm still. So he's doing his best, knowing what the struggle he is into and the monsters that he's fighting against. So that's just it.
Well, we have just few days to the judgment and a lot of permutations. We know there are also cases about staying that particular judgment, and the court also say that they will go ahead.
The president have said it. Oh, you don't know the reason why the president said that? I don't do cash and carry justice and distancing myself. Make sure that you give judgment that has to do with your integrity. It is a very big message. There was a judge in this country, the court justice Able. He allowed himself to be messed up by President Obasanjo's government. Obasanjo messed him up, and he died and buried. The other judge, what's the name? Justice Kafarati. I think Kafarati is there, of the Federal High Court. The one that used motion ex parte to prescribe IPOB, terrorist organization. He allowed Buhari and Tinubu and Buhari and Malami as attorney general to mess him up. He's dead and buried. See, let me tell you, as a judge, you don't allow anybody to mess you up. Don't allow politicians to mess you up. Politicians has a limited time. At worst, in 2031, at worst, President Tinubu will leave that office and another president will come. Whatever judgment you delivered will be there. Whether you like a Charlie Boy or you hate Charlie Boy. Anytime Charlie Boy enters any place, one thing will open door for him. When he mentioned the name Oputa, the name Oputa will open gate for him. Karibi White, Kayode Esho, Nnameka JAC, and Agolo JAC, name them. Those who delivered judgment that we're even reading today. Sir, Madukola and Kendelem. the principle of jurisdiction. That judgment was given in 1963. Still tomorrow, we are still singing it as an anthem. So why should you allow a politician to mess you up? Why should you allow your government to mess you up? Must you do a case? You can without convince that you must do a case, because whatever judgment you are delivered, it will be there. Till tomorrow, I was in Spain when we were talking about judiciary, where some Nigerians gathered in Malaga, Spain. We are discussing. They said the judiciary, Nigeria judiciary, that said that the first is number 4. Why number 4 is the first? Are you seeing that thing? It has been there. Justice Cecil of the blessed memory, a punished man, an upright man that I know. He taught me a lot of evidence. Very upright man. Only one thing, just destroy Justice Cecil's name. The case of Ahmed Lawan. Somebody who never participated in primaries, you declare him winner. And Justice Nweze delivered that judgment. The same Justice Nweze delivered the lead judgment against the case of Emeka Ihedioha. He was only dissenting judgment in that distance. And he said, this judgment we gave will continue to haunt us. That is the dissenting judgment. But only one has covered the good things Nweze did. I know why I'm saying this thing. Because we are saying it because of those that are alive. As a judge, you don't allow anybody to mess you up. When somebody said that he hate Maxwell, simply because Maxwell is an activist, bundle Maxwell, push him to your court, do, tell him that I'm not doing. What did this man do? I'm not doing. Especially when you know that they want to witch hunt. When you know that this particular person, this man is not a terrorist. You know that he's not a terrorist. You know that this man is not a terrorist. Probably he made a comment out of annoyance or whatever thing, and you now they tie him a terrorist, and they are trying him as a result of terror. You don't do that. Who is that person that pushing you? You are not considering your own self, your personality. You're not considering your wife. You're not considering your husband. You're not considering your children. You're not considering your in-laws. How do you go to bed and sleep? That's what the president is telling them. When something is happening, you ask yourself, so this thing is happening as a result of myself. Was it not last month or last 2 months where the president gave Sarowa and all those Ogoni 9 award? Who is the judge that passed that judgment that Abacha gave the Abacha that judicial authority to court Sarowa? Who was the judge? Who was that prosecutor who prosecuted Sarowa? And they used a machine to cut their neck. And now everybody knew that Sarowa's hands are clean. That we should be calling these people out. That is the only area to make progress. So the judges, the president has distanced himself. So back to what we are talking about. Nnamdi Kanu. To the best of my knowledge, I'm no longer into the matter. He's not handling his matter. From my little experience, I saw what happened. He has no case. And this thing should, it is supposed to be resolved politically. If the president is saying that probably it will be a very shameful thing to Nigeria or something like that, you ask Attorney General to discontinue the matter. I don't know whether you get what I'm saying.
Sure.
So that is just it.
So invariably, you are saying that the president's body language is not in favor of release of Nnamdi Kanu.
Of course, it's not. We are not in this time when we carry out demonstration asking the president to release Nnamdi Kanu. People say that we are the ignorant people, a gogro set of people talking about nonsense in the social media and the television, that we are protesting against the judiciary. We are not protesting against the judiciary. Judiciary was there, and somebody took that matter there, and you are protesting the person. You can withdraw it, which is normal. You don't even need it. Just spam. Attorney General withdraw this and everything end. That's what we are saying. That's what we are protesting. It's the president. And why this thing is penning me? It's penning me. I continue to say it anywhere I went. All of them has benefited from my own activism. I can say it from Wike. When Rotimi Amechi used the military, deployed military, wanted to kill Wike, I was on one media house shouting, "You don't do this kind of thing." We were criticizing what Rotimi Amechi was doing, because what he was doing that time was wrong. You use military men, and they were going, all those wicked supporters in their houses, they were shooting most of them in Port Harcourt. We are here raising alarm, criticizing it. President Ahmed Bola Tinubu, when President Obasanjo withheld his Lagos State allocation, we are criticizing it. We are saying it is not good, it is bad. When Jonathan was doing this thing, I continued to ask for his apology, for his forgiveness. I'm talking about Jonathan. All of us who went to Ojota, we protested Occupy Nigeria. We move, enter Naibos, go to Ojota, do the protest. When Adan Soshimole was arrested, I was in the protest with Chimobana.
Late Chimobana.
We were there in Lagos. When we heard that he has been arrested by DSSS, we intensify our protest. What are we talking about? Why should you now want to destroy what we are known for? That's why I say that I'm not happy with the president, because I was seeing him as a Democrat. But you can never know who somebody is until you give the person power. So this son of Nnamdi Kanu, yes, you are not the person that arrested him, but now that you have come on board, I thought that first day you said that subsidy is gone. You would have used that opportunity. Everything that has to do with Nnamdi Kanu discontinued. My brother, come. What is the problem? I just came in. Why are you agitating? Why do you want to be on your own? Tell us. You are my son. You are my brother. What is the problem? Can we talk? So he went and said, look at what I'm agitating. Look at what I'm agitating for Biafra as a result of this. You said, okay, why not allow me? Give me time. Let me see how I can address all those issues. Because from what I'm seeing, we'll be more formidable if we are one. There's no need of everybody disintegrating. Let's see how we can make it. You start addressing all those issues that gave rise to the agitation. Even his supporters will say, Oga, since this man have done it, let us. So this is how all this have been done. Not you are keeping him. Rather, you are sending police and the military to go and negotiate with the real bandits. They are coming to meeting with a AK-47, Bull, Karashika, and what have you. And you are keeping this one. Anytime he's coming to court, you deploy all the whole army, give us 30 persons, police give us 400 persons, making mockery of Nigeria. And those who are supposed to advise you are not giving you the real advice. So that is why I said he is a person that is with him.
Let's look at it. How do you feel as a lawyer seeing some of these judgments from the courts? How do you feel?
I feel bad. Though I don't want to go into that. I have taken a judge to court to NJC. I don't want to go into the details because you are not a lawyer. I'm a lawyer. You engage me that please I should represent you, and you don't need to be a lawyer to know that once you have let me just use something like land, and the court said anybody with his CFO, anybody with his this should be declared the owner of the land, and I have this, and anybody with this should not be declared, and the other person have this, only for you to change it, only for the judge to change it. You that is my client, what will you ask me? Because you don't need to be a lawyer for you have read it. That's one of the things Nnamdi Kanu is complaining, and that's one of the things that he made some people, some of us, that we should allow him to handle his case. Just like as I told you, my duty is in court. My duty first is to the court before my client. If I enter court as a lawyer, I'm a worshiper in the temple of justice. I don't know whether you know what I'm saying.
Why?
And my Lord is the Lord, who is the master of the court. So I'm a worshipper. So my client whom I'm representing, my own duty to him is secondary, while that of court is first. Now, where my Lord made a mistake or say something in terms of ruling, what I'm expected to do is as the court pleases. No matter how I grieve, I will say as the court pleases, my Lord, we thank you for the ruling. Then if you now want to go on appeal, you go on appeal. But you that is a lawyer, how can you see that judgment, that rule, you know that it is wrong, you know that it is wrong, and your lawyer is thanking my Lord for that ruling? I don't know whether you know what I'm saying.
Sure.
You will feel somehow. When we see a lot of things happening in court, you begin to ask yourself question. My book on terrorism will come out by February. Now, in terrorism is a crime. Now, for you to prove the offense of terrorism, there must be A, B, C, D. And the law said if you have A, B, C, and there is no D, it will collapse. But in a situation whereby the law said A must be there, B must be there, you did not prove A that is there, B that is there. You now go to D, and the person you are trying, you said, no, my Lord, you said this A must be there, and you said, don't worry, I will address A when I finish D. He said, no, my Lord, the law said that you must do A, do B, do C before you get to D. So in that particular position, as a lawyer, I will say as the court pleases, and I will leave it at that.
Even in pains.
Even in pains. So you that is not a lawyer who is my client, you may not understand it. You may say, but I would have just tell my, that is the issue. So you are asking why all these judgments pencil off. I'm not doing any other thing. This is my own Obeta market. This is my own Pachanja market. This is my own Use market. So when people begin to lose confidence in the judiciary, what will I be doing? I have a client, I think I told you this in the other day. I have a client, he has 6 duplex there in Guarempa. People are living there. They are not paying. He said, Max, just eject everybody there. Tell me your price without court. Don't go to court. Use anything. He's living in Canada with the family. I said, no, there is nothing. He said, is it court? He said, yes, let them leave. Don't even bring. I pleaded. He said, no. If it is Nigerian court, forget about it. I said, okay, let me use my money now and be doing it. He said, if it's Nigerian court, forget about it. The wife now called. So there is no any other way you can do this thing. I said, there is no. He said, can't you use Ambanga? Can't you use a tout? Can't you use pay police money? I said, no. They were I them saying, they say, no, there is no judiciary in Nigeria. So that is the and if it continues like that, we are leading to the state of anarchy. I saw one who told the client, do you think that I'm going to court? I will do something that I will do here. Is there people that will come and take me to court, to police? A very big bad threat. Right, better leave. He left. So it's discouraging. It's not good.
All right, let's go to the case you have against you instituted against the NMA. What's it? Association. What's it all about?
Well, my dear brother, it's rather unfortunate the kind of society we're in. It started in this way. Nnamdi Kanu was at the DSSS, passing through a lot of medical, having a lot of medical issues. So, I pleaded with us that we should talk to DSSS, that we let DSSS allow him to get his own private doctor, which we pleaded. So DSSS now said that we should also bring our own daughter. So we now brought Professor Martin Aj. Professor Martin Aj was the former Provost, College of Medicine, Professor Emeritus, former Dean, Faculty of Science, Faculty of Medicine, University of Nigeria and Soka. He is retired, Professor Emeritus. So we brought him, he now came and examined Mazin Nnamdi Kanu. After examining Nnamdi Kanu, he wrote a report that Mazin Nnamdi Kanu should be taken to National Hospital for proper medication. So, based on that report, we now apply to court. We told DSS said they cannot take him except there is an order of court. We now apply to court for court to order DSS to take him there. Lo and behold, they will file the motion. And the prosecution filed a counter affidavit deposed by another medical doctor, DSS medical doctor, countering all those things. Professor Aj said, Professor Aj take specimen of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, run the test, gone through the distance, and were able to examine what is disturbing this man and wrote. Now you that has never examined Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, you never had any issue, any this thing with him. You now write a counter affidavit countering what Professor Aj said, saying that is a lie. I've never seen that kind of medical misconduct in my life. We petition the man to Nigerian Medical Council, of course, in their way. I've written about 2 petitions there. They don't read the petition. They normally do collabs. I can tell you this, speaking by experience. Now, when the matter now came up, when the issue now came up, we now approach court with respect to his health, and that was when Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was about to open his defense. So the court now said, directed Nigerian Medical Association to examine the health condition of Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, and 2, whether Nnamdi Kanu is fit to stand trial. That was the order of court. So court adjourned. I think gave them 8 days. So while Mazin Nnamdi Kanu was in his cell room at the DSS, waiting for the medical association to send people that will come and carry out the order of court, you never see them. The thing we now saw in court is medical report.
So guys, exactly what Nnamdi Kanu has been talking about. Nigeria is now being overtaken by terrorists. Call them Nigerians, call them foreigners, we don't know, but all we know is that they have Islamic background and they want Nigeria to become an Islamic state. So the best way is for them to start destroying churches and find Christians to forcefully convert Nigeria into an Islamic nation. Now, we have 25 girls whose whereabouts is still unknown because they were abducted by these terrorists. And the Nigerian military sent some of their forces to go look for these girls. Guess what? The girls were ambushed. And Nigerians have been reacting. People have been even wondering, how did the terrorists get intel about the whereabouts of these military men who were coming for the rescue, because they ambushed them and injured them so badly. Now, let me take you through this headline on the social media. This person here says, this is the danger of recruiting repentant Boko Haram members in the military. They can easily reveal their movements, making it possible for terrorists to ambush them. The English Alhaji says he shares a video showing military personnel ambushed by terrorists while heading to rescue the kidnapped KB schoolgirls last night, with several officers reportedly injured. So guys, that is it. I'm going to take you through some of the reactions from Nigerians. This person here said, our military architecture needs total overhaul. Buhari finished the Nigerian armed forces with the horrible idea of reintegrating repentant Boko Haram into our force. Unfortunately, Tinubu does not have a clue on how to go about his job as commander-in-chief. This person went ahead to say, rescue up without area support, as in there was no air support. They were only on ground. Why are all the ambushes successful? Who is feeding the terrorists with itinerary of our armed forces? Nigerians are saying somebody among the top military men must be a sympathizer of Boko Haram who shares this intel with the bandits. This person said whatever is eating the kola nut is inside it. And this person, Tinubu and Shetima must go. Tinubu and Shetima must go. Tinubu and Shetima must go. I think this is what Nigerians should be talking about now. Land army are going out for a rescue mission and Air Force are not there to provide air support. Lo, we are truly baked. I have never heard of any army ambushing terrorists. It's always terrorists ambushing the soldiers. How can you have terrorists in the army and be hoping to capture their brothers that are hoping to join tomorrow? And this other person here said, but what is the essence of recruiting terrorists into the military? I believe there's a hidden agenda to this. Tinubu does not have the power, any say. He just allowed everything Buhari said. Everything Buhari did wrong. But Tinubu is allowing it to continue. Those of you wishing more havoc for Nigeria will be here to witness better days, while those focusing, feasting on misinformation will not experience better days before Nigeria. And this other person says, those guys are not repentant anything. It's part of their tactics to hijack the military. This one here says, this whole situation is heartbreaking. Nobody deserves to walk into an ambush like this. And this person here says, this is so heartbreaking. When will this end? When will it end in Nigeria? Tinubu had all these calamities that befell Nigeria and he's wanting to travel to go to outside the country. I just heard that he has cancelled his travel because there was an outrage, and this person, the public deserves answer. If the House and Senate are aligned, then the next step is on the president. No delay, full transparency. No normal country recruits terrorists into its military for repentance. The main reason for their recruitment is to sabotage the military operation. It will soon be over. Nigeria will triumph. Amen. We pray so. And Nigeria triumph. That's a valid concern. Highlight potential strategic vulnerability. The military is compromised. Yeah, the government are failures. So guys, I don't know what you think of this reaction from Nigerians. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Thank you.